mic switch or a mic stand? There we go.
All right. So here's the team which creates the most innovative design and user experience. So we are experts from various fields who work together to do really fantastic things in incredible speed.
So, we are the team that works to put Sailfish on all sorts of hardware. A new hardware comes in and we spend all night just so we can see the Sailfish UI the next day. Everything that has come in through the door, even high or low end, has been performing extremely well with Sailfish OS. Yeah.
Ahoy! We are responsible for searching the world to find the world's best engineering talents. We are also finding the right business partners, and we are managing the creation of first truly open ecosystem.
Yeah.
Hi, we are marketing and communications team. We are passionate folks. We are creating and sharing the Jolla story, brand and community. And we started in Twitter back in July, and today we welcome you all to jolla.com to continue the journey. Thanks!
Screw it up that they know about it by now. And in between all these tasks, we also found the time to create the Sailfish SDK.
Thank you. Hey, it's really absolutely amazing to be here. I can't wait to show you what we've been working on for nearly the last year. Once we got started, we realized that there's just such a wonderful community. We have the world's best community behind us. And as soon as we started going, we realized that there is such a need for another player in the mobile space. There's a need for another ecosystem, and people need change. And people need openness, and people need to be able to contribute and have different businesses and different models. So, along the way, about 4 years ago, I was sitting in a crowded auditorium, and Anssi Vanjoki walked in and he looked me dead in the eye and said, "You are the future of the world's greatest company." So, in hindsight, I didn't really know which one it was yet. But we are Jolla, we are unlike. We are here to make change in the world, and we are here to make a difference. We want to be a great product company that sells great products with great user experience and a great operating system. And the great operating system, Sailfish, is one of the things we're launching here today. So we launched Sailfish, we launched Sailfish UI, Sailfish operating system, and the SDK. So we're going to show a bit about the UI here in a minute. I know that's what everybody's come here to see. But first off, a little apology. When we became public in July, an awful lot of people were very happy, but at least we ruined one guy's weekend. So Mario, we're really sorry for that. But actually, the support has just been overwhelming. It's been wonderful, and it's great to look here and see all of you and all of this energy that's come here to see what Jolla has to show today. And we're going to show you what we've got. So, a little more about this movement. So, you're already in the movement. You're all already here. So we're building partnerships, we're building friendships, and Jolla is still a small boat, but we want more partners, we want more value to be added into the ecosystem. Not just the things that we create ourselves. This is not about control for us. It's about creating an open ecosystem that everyone can contribute, and you can try different business models and different things with the operating system, different differentiators, different UIs, things like that on different devices. The guys that came up showed you all kinds of different devices. Stefano's going to talk a little bit more and also show you how those guys operate. But we'll start with how this company got started. It got started from this wonderful community, and community is about contribution. It's about inclusion. It's about some degree of freedom. It's not about free beer or free speech. It's about freedom to express yourself and freedom to contribute what you think is important for technology or for users or consumers or important for your business. And along the way, we're having a lot of fun. So I'll loosen up a little bit. It's an awful lot of fun what we get to do every day. I work with the greatest guys in the world, and we not only want to have a fun office and a fun working environment, but we're also fun for the consumers. The UI should be fun, it should be lighthearted and easy to use and fast. And along the way, we're making a lot of great friends. I mean, these guys that were here, I took a photo of them. These are my best friends, the guys that were up here. And friendship it's a two-way street. It's something that we go back and forth with. So as we are creating just traditional business partnerships, it's about pushing the line and negotiating. What we're doing in creating friendships and partnerships is it's about value add. It's not about competing for the same thing or competing for the terms. It's about making business that works bilaterally for both sides. We're making a lot of great friendships along the way. And of course, this has to result in profitability. And that's one of the strategic things that Jolla has at the moment. We do not have an existing business model. We've seen one company create a very large business model for applications, and then another company has to compete with them on their terms. We don't have to do that. We can create new models and create new ways of business, and other contributors to Sailfish can also create new ways of working, new business, and new opportunities. And we think this is going to turn into a lot of profits, but this is more about what we do with our heads, our hands, and our hearts. So a little bit more about this openness. So there's one way to look at it. So what's the steering? What is the governance of Jolla? The governance of Jolla, or Sailfish more importantly, the governance of Sailfish is about contribution. So there's no technology wars. There's no, we must have this standard or that. If a company wants to contribute a specific standard or technology, then we're open to that, or to working for a business model that works directly for them. We talked a lot about partnerships and friendships, and we don't want to go this alone. We want to share in the value chain, to not have to control, but to actually partner and create value for companies all over the world instead of the walled gardens that we have here today. And finally, before the other guys come up and talk, and then we're going to show you what you've all been waiting for, the UI. So our first market of China, it's a fantastic opportunity. We're taking finished design, and actually we're representing 13 countries at the moment. So we're taking a lot of different diversity, and we're taking it to China. So Sami, why don't you come up and tell us a little bit about the hard work you've been doing there. Sami Pienimäki.
Hi there. My name is Sami. I'm one of the co-founders of the Jolla company. I live in the Jolla first world headquarters, as well as known in Pirkkala earlier. But anyway, I freed myself from a corporate environment about a year ago. I started to be a passionate, even a stubborn entrepreneur. People who know me really know it close by. Sorry about that. Entrepreneurship is really a lot of believing in your own case. You really need to believe that what you are doing. Many people throughout the world have told us many times that this is not possible what you're trying to do. That the market is flooded and that there is a Red Sea that you will be doomed. The two platforms master the market and that's it. You can't compete there. But really, guys, the world is never ready. China is the most dynamic smartphone market at the moment. The key is in the dynamics itself, really in that. That is the opportunity that you can capture in the dynamics. You need to listen carefully, you need to be polite all the time, but always learn, ask why it is not possible, and you can do it. You can do a lot of stuff. I've been going around in China quite a lot throughout the whole country. Distributed 1,400 business cards during this year alone. With a local phone number, keep calling, find them, and they will find you as well. Let's talk a bit about China as a marketplace. It's the most dynamic smartphone market, as said. It's really booming. There is 80 to 100% growth year on year, this year alone, on the smartphone market. We've been really studying that a lot. I've been 12 times this year in China, going through the market, in the field. We spent hundreds and hundreds of hours studying the marketplace, the consumer behavior in the field, in the shops, in the malls, in the streets, seeing the consumer behavior in the metro, in the subway, in the bars, of course, as well. You need to do this 24/7 so that you really see what is happening there and what the consumers are doing. The company management needs to do it. Yes, we do it all the time. That's the key power of this company. The management is in the field all the time, and the strategy and the business models are being developed there all the time. You can't outsource this kind of market insights. You really need to feel it yourself. We have a great customer in China. Default is the biggest chain retailer of mobile phones and accessories in China. Over 2,100 locations throughout the country. We spent hundreds and hundreds of hours with them to understand their needs, their possible problems, issues, would they need in order to differentiate in their portfolio. We do that in the consumer marketplace, in their shops, by talking with their local shop managers, their customers in the field all the time. Not by Excel sheets or PowerPoints in their headquarters, but really in the field. This is the only way that we were able to achieve a substantial sales and marketing agreement earlier this year that we announced. That's a big thing for a young company like Jolla, having such an agreement already in place. Let's talk about China online. It's really booming this year. There's been great success cases. There, Xiaomi is one you may know very well. They have really been able to capture the online opportunity. That is something that we are working on as well. But it is very different. You need to understand that it is not Western style. It is something that you really need to do locally. You need to do it with the local partners, with the online shopkeepers, with the recommenders and everything like that. That is really the thing that you need to do. China is a great opportunity, and that's why we are heading there so far. It provides fantastic cases for us, and we have a fantastic customer there, and we are developing a lot more, and you will be seeing that hopefully soon more. Stay tuned on that. Hey, Stefano, why don't you tell us how this is all possible? Are we all alone on this?
Ciao, I'm Stefano. This is a bit scary. I think I need a hug, Mark. Can you? Thanks. Thank you, man. So, I'm Stefano. I'm one of the co-founders of Jolla and Chief Information Officer. I'm here to talk to you about some things. I'm pretty sure you are wondering how we can make it in this pretty big world. First of all, yes, sailfish are not very likely to catch fire, so we are safe. And let me tell you a story. Who remembers the guys before with the boards that put the stuffer there? Hands? Nobody. No memory in this audience. Good. But anyway, this is a true story. The guys there are actually really staying up until 4 a.m. until they have sailfish as food, and they have it put it the same night. And this is not something that you see really every day. So how is it possible? The answer, and Mark already went through that already, it's open source, a lot of stubbornness, and exceptional engineers. And we have all of that. Let's talk about open source. The reason why we can do this is that we are building on top of proven, existing, non-proprietary technologies. And we are doing it in the open. We are committing back the changes, so nobody has to fork this stuff, and everybody can benefit of this. The guys, the open source is about doing stuff. So think about if you could actually watch what was happening there and then little by little adapt your application or whatever you are building on top of the operating system and little by little adapt it instead of waiting and waiting and waiting for the next code drop, what I call source open, and then run and then catch up with these guys and make your application work again. Source open is about redo, while open source is about do. So Sailfish OS is the first mobile operating system which is really open 24/7 for your enjoyment and for your contribution especially. Yeah, I know, I heard that you don't have an ecosystem, right? So I looked up the word ecosystem in the dictionary. Let me read it. An ecosystem is a biological community of interconnected organisms and their physical environment. You guys here are the interconnected organisms. Everybody, application developers, companies, our friends, they are the organisms. And the code, the open source, is the physical environment where we are swimming. We want to swim in the open source. We want to breathe and live the open source. That's what we're doing. But this is more than an ecosystem. Mark already told you, this is a movement. So once you are inside the movement, you can define it. You can help shape it how you want. And that's what we're doing. We're doing it in the open. Show me the code. Yeah, you want to see the code. Well, the code is there. If you go to sailfishos.org, you'll see, and you'll learn how to contribute to this. Most importantly, tomorrow we are having a live demo session of the Sailfish SDK that we are presenting today. And you will learn there how to use it. This is based on Qt Creator, and it will be something that you should go seeing tomorrow. I don't remember the time, but you'll see in the schedule. And now, since we also have to make money, the stage to Antti, which has very interesting ideas sometimes. Thank you very much.
I'm chairman of the board of Jolla, one of the co-founders, and my task is to bring money into Jolla. I really suggested that let's sell t-shirts to people at Slush. And come on, it's 3,000 people, 30 euros per t-shirt, it's 90,000 euros. And even more in dollars. Okay, let me use some words about how Jolla is going to make business. I bet that many of you are thinking that how small company, how small startup can make business in this really competitive world of smartphone business. First of all, there will be Jolla branded phones, always leading by innovation. Jolla phones will be the spearhead products of the Sailfish ecosystem. But we will also offer to retailers, to operators, and to other smartphone vendors Sailfish phones to be sold under the partners' brands. And this will allow Jolla to utilize the existing customer base of our partners. And of course, we are in this way also offering a cutting-edge smartphone product to our partners and friends. Jolla is also very committed to build this ecosystem, Sailfish ecosystem. So that's why we want that other smartphone vendors also start using Sailfish. We are currently working with and discussing with several partners, trying to find ways that how do we build Sailfish to be the most competitive and most flexible and most friendly mobile operating ecosystem. Sailfish will bring to this industry the differentiation what the industry has at the moment so badly needed. This industry at the moment is looking for change. And Jolla wants to be, together with Sailfish partners, a game changer in this industry by disrupting the business models currently used in the industry. We can do so because we don't have any business legacy, we don't have any market position, or we don't actually have any cost base to defend. So in that sense, we are in a very unique situation. And we are not going to do this alone. Here are some of the partners. We are already partnering together, our friends here from multiple areas, and this friendship will be growing. There will be hundreds of companies joining to this movement. Stay tuned. You will see when the first products come out. Thanks.
Rather intimate moment, it feels like. That one's yours, this one's mine. Okay, now can you hear me? Hello.
Mark, a bit closer.
A bit closer to the mic. All right, there we go. Whew, okay, we're back. I screamed into the mic with the sound man back there. So, okay, we're going to show you a live UI demo. If you're lucky, we'll get to see a little demo effect. But we'll all know it's real. Don't get too excited about the hardware. We showed you piles and piles of hardware at the beginning with our UI, our operating system running on it. So we have, they called themselves the booth babes. So have a couple of guys over here that are going to be running the demo software. Jaakko and Jolla. So I'm going to gesture like this, and we're going to pretend that it's our finger. And if you are a one-handed phone user, I usually am, I use my thumb. If you're a two-handed phone user, you can use your finger. You can even follow along if you'd like. So we'll start with 2 taps on the screen, boop, boop. And this is the lock screen. So when user first opens the device, this is what you'll see. We have some notifications there. We can see operator logo at the top, or it could even be some personal information, and what time is it. So notice that there's no status area, there's no buttons, there's no, tap, tap. So that was the Jolla exclusive power saving technology at work, turning off the display. So let's open it up again. All right, so let's scroll up a little bit, and now we can see the status information that's usually on most devices today, taking up part of your real estate no matter what you're doing. It's always easily available to the user and something you can access anytime. If we scroll the rest of the way up, this is our home screen. So to remind you of the things that you saw in the video, the things that you're about to see, we have this ambience in the Jolla UI, so we have this nice colors that are based upon the photo behind. We're going to talk a lot about how effortless it is. Everything that you see, actually, we don't have to talk about it. Everything you see is effortless to the user. The next thing that we're going to show is how the multitasking works. This is true multitasking. So let's demonstrate that. Let's open a couple of applications. So let's open the phone, and let's push it out of the way. Now let's show the rest of our applications, and let's open Media Player. So normally when you open an application, this is what you do. You open the application, now you select Songs, you select a song that you want to hear, and now you minimize the application and you're basically done with it. So let's push it out of the way. So, and the sound man got us again, so I don't hear the music. But anyhow, so music is now, well, let's click it again, let's try. Ah, there we go. There for a moment. Are you picking your favorite song? Okay. Ah, there we go. All right. So let's push it out of the way. So say you want to stop the music now. Normally you would go back into the application, or maybe you'd have some custom controls somewhere. But actually with Jolla UI, the custom controls are everywhere. So simply by putting your finger or your thumb on the cover for the application, you can either pause the music, ooh, or you can go to the next song. So this is the basis of true multitasking. This is the idea. You no longer have to go deep into an application and come out again in order to be able to access things really all at the same time. So we'll try the same kinds of ideas with the phone as another example. So two different kinds of things are usually happening. You want to dial a phone number if you have someone's business card you haven't entered it yet. So same idea. If we push the phone application to the right, I wonder whose phone numbers there are. So now we can, just like in the movies, potentially make a phone call. Let's push it out of the way again. Or we can do what we usually do. We dial our favorite people. So let's push back to the left. I'm as excited as you are to see what happens next. There we go. So now we can dial some of our favorite people. So we'll push it out of the way. So this is the essence of true multitasking. Any application, not even a native application, can expose different controls so that you, the user, can leave your favorite applications open all of the time. You don't have to open and close. You don't have to go deep inside and come out for your common, most used functions. You can also favorite things like these so that you can quickly access the things that you use the most and continue to use those. So finally, I'll show the creation of ambience that we've done in the UI. So let's go up and open our gallery. Let's open a photo. Now let's pick one of our favorites. So Jaakko, you seem to have a lot of favorites today. Why don't you pick one of your favorite photos? Okay, your favorite photo is hot coals. Let's heat it up. Slush is a cold place. I've had a lot of complaints today, so let's make it, let's warm it up a bit. So let's tap the image. Now if we pull down, we have another unique Jolla UI feature. So this pulley menu, notice what color it is. It's blue because the previous photo, the ambiance, is blue. So now when we create ambiance, now we've changed the UI. If we pull down again, notice that many of the elements have also changed in order to reflect the ambiance in the photo. So this allows the user to set the phone to their mood, set the phone to their personal choice of photos, and to be able to basically reflect that as you go through the day. So if we push this out of the way now, and we push down, back to the lock screen, kind of a funny photo, some of it's there. But finally, we will close. Thank you. So, a couple of quick announcements. I gotta tell you, the guys on this stage, they've been working for a year for that beautiful stuff, but I think it's absolutely fantastic. So 2013 will not be like 2013. It's unlike 2013. couple of things. There's a more in-depth UI demo on one of the side stages at 5 o'clock. The Sailfish, and that's the Sailfish UI. The Sailfish SDK presentation, 10 o'clock tomorrow. 10 o'clock tomorrow also on one of the side stages. So we are Jolla, we are unlike. Thank you.
No demo effects there apart for the mics from our side. But I have to say, that was pretty impressive. Maybe give one more round of applause for the Jolla guys. All right, really looking forward to where they can take things from here.